Americans love the moon. That's the only thing I could think this week as I watched the fanfare and excitement around Artemis 2, the spacecraft that NASA launched this week with 4 astronauts, 3 Americans, 1 Canadian. The spacecraft will travel over 695,000 miles in total, and it will set the record for the farthest distance from the moon at 252,760 miles. That's about 4,000 more than Apollo 13. Now, what's interesting is that we have social media. And not only does that give NASA and the astronauts a very unique way to connect with everyone back on Earth, but it also gives fans of space and the family members a way to connect with everyone else who's observing that. So I want to walk through some of the reactions that I really like this week, some of the top moments from this mission. I kept delaying recording this video because the spacecraft is set to return on Friday, and I don't want to have a big moment come up on, Thursday or Friday morning and not be able to fit it in. But I am losing my voice, so let's just do a roundup of what we have and enjoy space, and you guys can leave comments and let me know what I may have missed in the days after this recording. I love when we get to see something happen, a historic moment from all of these perspectives, so I hope you guys enjoy this too. Let's get started. Just so we're all on the same page, I want to play a clip from this video. I'm going to skip the audio because what I'm interested in showing you is the path that Artemis 2 is traveling. As you can see, it took off in Florida. It'll loop the Earth twice. It will go to the moon. It'll go behind the moon. It will come back and splash down near San Diego. It's such an incredible thing to think of. I was never interested in being an astronaut. Maybe that's because I'm I don't know, scared of being launched into space. But I can only imagine that this really is one of these moments for young elementary school students that they will remember studying in their classes and think like, I want to do this one day. And the purpose of this mission is scientific, right? There are all kinds of observations to make at the moon, but one of the reasons to go is to see if they can go back and land. And from what I understand, essentially set up an outpost on the moon eventually. Who knows what that will look like. But it's cool and interesting to think that this is one of these small steps that will lead into a whole path of scientific discovery. Now, and as you can imagine, it is, the Super Bowl, the Olympics for NASA's social media team. And they're doing a pretty good job. They released this sitcom style intro the other day that I thought was funny, and it also seemed to be organic. You'll hear the astronauts say that they thought it was pretty funny too. There's a heart, I hear no hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere.
We were doing scenes from bad 80s sitcom when they introduced the cast of characters, so that's why we all did those, and we are cracking up here.
It's funny to see how bonded the astronauts are. I mean, they really do seem to enjoy each other's company, and they were selected years in advance. They've been training together for 4 years, so I guess if they hated each other, they would know by now. I don't know the answer to this. If someone does, please leave me a comment. I'll look for it. I wonder how much chemistry, like friendship, camaraderie goes into these selections. There are backups. There's one backup for all 3 Americans, and then there's one backup for the Canadian. But if you're going to train for years to do this, and then you're going to be in this intense situation for 10 days, which 10 days isn't forever, but when you're in space, it sort of may be. I just can only imagine that there were some serious personality tests that went into this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're all just good sports, and they happen to be buddies. Now, there were some other random organic moments that made people laugh too, like possibly the best product placement of all time when a jar of Nutella flew by. I can't imagine the immense pressure one who is in space must feel, not only for the responsibility of work, but also staying alive and keeping things going. But for me, personal torture would be also knowing that you have to work out while being observed not just by NASA, but all of social media. It seems kind of unfair that they clipped poor Victor Glover doing this like sort of row machine, sort of I don't know what, in space. Now they have to work out, they have to eat. People curious how these things happen, but like, man. Now, ultimately, Artemis 2 is on a scientific mission. The astronauts are there to make observations, to conduct research. They're communicating with NASA and the science team there to get specific information and accomplish a lot really in a short period of time. They're also getting these amazing images, some of which are taken on like a Nikon that you could buy, of the moon, these high resolution images, and of Earth. So you're getting these kind of, I would think, interesting moments of descriptions of the colors of the moon that we can't see on Earth, like this.
A lot about in my recordings earlier, which was we've been talking about some shades, and so we have obviously the dark and the light gray, and then we talked about naming some colors, a brownish hue and a greenish hue. And I'll tell you, like right now, Aristarchus, the plateau is hard for me to see from this window, but that had greenish hues to me and was very unique. I didn't see anything like that anywhere else on this side of the moon.
But for as fascinating as some of this information and these observations are regarding the moon, it's possible humans, not everyone, but some humans just aren't ready for the data and the images that this mission is generating. Take a look at this video.
That the photographs of our beautiful planet Earth that were taken from Artemis 2 would end up destroying one of the biggest myths that exists about our home planet. And I think when scientists look back on this photo and they look back at the effect that it has, they will spend decades trying to figure out how we got an assumption about this planet so incredibly wrong. Because just looking at the photographs this morning, looking at some of the comments that people have been posting and so on, I cannot believe that we have spent centuries, effectively, maybe even millennia, believing that this planet, this pale blue dot, contains intelligent life. Because, guys, it doesn't. Why isn't it blurry if the Earth is spinning? It's spinning. It should be blurry. The Earth is too perfectly round, and if the sun is behind the Earth, why is the front light up? It should be darker. Actually, Earth isn't a perfect circle. NASA claims it was an oval shape years back. Where is stars? With AI technology, I don't believe fuck all anymore. 15,000 total satellites in Earth's orbit, but can't see none in this video. Also, I noticed that you can't see any cars in the photographs either, so I'm starting to wonder if cars even exist. Why is the Earth blue? We do have night and day on Earth. I suppose even when it's night, it's blue. Oh, I get it. The half dark is night. The telescope can detect the blue sea, but no lights on the ground. Or is the blue part the sky, but the sky comes first, then clouds? The telescope can detect a sandy desert, but no streetlights from cities all over the world, not even from the tallest building of the world. We're cooked.
Undoubtedly, the top heartwarming moment of this whole venture, and I'm willing to bet it even though it's Wednesday night and I'm recording this and there's still 2 days left, was when they dedicated a specific spot on the moon for the wife of one of the mission members. She passed away from cancer a few years ago. I think it broke the internet. And I actually think it's what really hyped Artemis 2's mission. I think people knew it was happening. The launch was cool, but people were locked in after they saw how this was messaged down to NASA and how the crew reacted to the moment.
Especially meaningful for this crew is a number of years ago, we started this journey in our close-knit astronaut family, and we lost a loved one. And there's a feature in a really neat place on the moon, and it is on the near side, far side boundary. In fact, it's just on the near side of that boundary. And so at certain times of the moon's transit around Earth, we will be able to see this from Earth. And so we lost a loved one. Her name was Carol, the spouse of Reed, the mother of Katie and Ellie. And if you want to find this one, you look at Glushko, and it's just to the northwest of that, at the same latitude as Ohm, and it's a bright spot on the moon. And we would like to call it Carol, and you spell that C-A-R-R-O-L-L.
They named a bright spot on the moon after Reed Weissman's late wife. A bright spot on the moon. I'm sorry. It's so this is why I understand why people are like, they faked the moon landing, because this is like such a touching moment. I mean, it does feel like something that could be scripted. Plus the voice quaver, the hand hold, the group hug at the end, like, man, I know they're in space, but they really seem human, you know? It's so sweet. I wasn't the only one who had this kind of reaction. Like, it was really emotional. Check out these reaction videos. To a group hug.
Being human is really all we have, huh? We are the only planet in our solar system with one moon. It's our moon, no one else's moon. So we named a bright spot on that moon Carol. 4 people took this photo of the rest of us. You are in this photo. Every person who has ever existed is in this photo. Every person you have ever loved is in this photo. Every person you will ever love is in this photo. Everyone you've ever known or met or talked to or walked past in your entire life is in this photo. Victor Glover, one of the 4 astronauts on board, quote, "In all of this emptiness, you have this oasis." No one talk to me right now.
I love that line. Being human is all we really have. Like, merch drop when. There were some really heavy philosophical moments too on this trip. I mean, how could you not? I can't imagine being a crew member reflecting on this, but look, they had some messages for here on Earth. The one that stood out to me initially was this last message. So basically, when they were about to go behind the moon, they were going to be like 4,000 miles away from the moon, crazy far from Earth. They were going to lose signal. They weren't going to be able to communicate with NASA for essentially 40 minutes. So NASA is prepping them for this, and they're, about to give them this, like, okay, we're about to lose contact. Like, we'll see you guys on the other side. Because also, can you imagine being an operator at NASA and being like, okay, so call me back in 40 minutes, otherwise I'm going to think you're gone forever. It must have been so stressful. If you watch these videos and work for NASA in this control room, let me know. I would love to hear what this 40 minutes was like. What do you even spend the time doing? Like, you can't eat, you can't do anything. Anyways, so they're setting it up. They're like, okay, bye guys, call us back. We'll see you in 40 minutes. And the team gives this final message about the mystery of love. Take a listen.
You are 6 minutes from your 40-minute lunar flyby, LOS. From all of us, it's a privilege to witness you carrying the fire past our farthest reach. Thank you. Godspeed.
Thank you for that, Jenny. And thank you to all of you for allowing us the immense privilege to be on this journey together. It's quite amazing. And as we get close to the nearest point to the moon and farthest point from Earth, as we continue to unlock the mysteries of the cosmos, I would like to remind you of one of the most important mysteries there on Earth, and that's love. And so, as we prepare to go out of radio communication, we're still to feel your love from Earth, and to all of you down there on Earth and around Earth, we love you from the moon.
Houston copies. We'll see you on the other side.
We'll see you on the other side. Houston, oh my, you can't write this stuff. Like, I really do understand where the it's faked people get it. Like, again, like, I get they have military spirits and they're scientists and they're fit or whatever else. Did they screen these people for also their charisma? And like, how long has he been writing that speech? I mean, I can't imagine. I am so sorry. My voice is like out of control right now. It must be so grating on the ears. I'm trying to stick with it here, team. I believe that was Victor Glover speaking. I haven't been able to confirm it just on my preliminary research. But he really does seem to be the philosopher or the pastor of this voyage to space. He had another moment where he was talking about his Christian faith because they were gone over Easter. And I thought it was another kind of profound moment in space. Take a listen.
This man, while 160,000 miles away from planet Earth on a journey to the moon, just made a statement without any preparation that is going viral.
I think these observances are important, and as we are so far from Earth and looking back at, the beauty of creation, I think for me, one of the really important personal perspectives that I have up here is I can really see Earth as one thing. And, when I read the Bible and I look at all of the amazing things that were done for us who were created, it's you have this amazing place, this spaceship. You guys are talking to us because we're in a spaceship really far from Earth, but you're on a spaceship called Earth that was created to give us a place to live in the universe, in the cosmos. Maybe the distance we are from you makes you think what we're doing is special, but we're the same distance from you, and I'm trying to tell you, just trust me, you are special. In all of this emptiness, this is a whole bunch of nothing, this thing we call the universe. You have this oasis, this beautiful place that we get to exist together. I think as we go into Easter Sunday, thinking about, all the cultures all around the world, whether you celebrate it or not, whether you believe in God or not, this is an opportunity for us to remember where we are, who we are, and that we are the same thing, and that we got to get through this together.
Oh, man. Some heavy philosophical punches. Like I said, there are 4 members of this team that are up in space, 3 men and 1 woman, and while they are under immense pressure, I can also imagine that it's extremely stressful for their family, right? Reed Wiseman, who we mentioned, is actually a single father. His wife has passed. He has 2 teenage daughters. I can't imagine being in their position and being like, bye, Dad, come home safe from work in 10 days from space. Crazy. But the families of these astronauts seem to be taking it in stride. In fact, it's kind of funny to see them on social media. In particular, I just really laugh at this kind of vlog style update from Jeremy Hansen's wife. She is, from what I understand, an OBGYN. She's Canadian. And she posted a video being like, I got a chance to talk to him. And I just reminded him that, I'm hoping that I don't have to keep making my own coffee in the morning. Take a listen.
Messaged Jeremy and said that I had to make my own coffee, and I hope I don't have to do that for a whole lot longer. He's been able to email from space, which is fantastic, and we had a private family conference last night, which was amazing. There was a lot of laughter, even some tears, and a whole pile of hearing about the moon and what it's like in zero gravity. Jeremy loves it up there, loves zero gravity. I anticipate it would be hard to get any of the crew home if they had their choice, but they are all really anxious to see their family. And of course, Splashdown is coming in a couple of days. So busy day here at home, busy day up there in space. And this is sounding like a fantastically successful mission.
Yeah, Jeremy. She's busy too. She's a doctor. Have fun in space. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think there's any tension. They're obviously 2 successful professionals. But it's just funny that, while in space, she's like, okay, come home now. I'm ready for the routine to kick back in. I don't want to keep making my own coffee. Also sweet. He seems like they must have a nice marriage. I hope. I don't want to hear anything to the contrary. I don't want to hear it. They're also, you have to remember that this is the social media generation. So while the doctor wife of one astronaut is giving kind of an update that she's clearly recording from her phone, many of these people have TikTok age children, and they are out there TikToking. I don't know how to describe it other than giving the only kinds of Gen Z updates that they can, including Victor Glover's daughter, who posted this video that was really funny. There's something really funny about having merch of your parent who is the astronaut. That's really funny. It seems really supportive. And like I said, it must be terrifying to have your loved one be in space and just having to trust that everything is going to go right. So I applaud her for, being able to have a lighthearted moment and being able to kind of brag about her dad. That's sweet. Now, of course, before anyone gets upset, I acknowledge that the moon is a controversial topic for a lot of people. Not everyone believes in the moon landing. Not everyone believes that this is happening. Unfortunately, my social media algorithm was incredibly pro moon mission this week. I was not able to unearth, any very specific criticisms of this mission. Maybe they're being suppressed by, NASA or whatever, big space exploration. But I did find this video, and for those of you who don't believe we've landed on the moon, don't believe in it at all, I hope you accept this from me as a contribution to acknowledging that you're out there. Even if I couldn't get good social media reactions, this is a video of Buzz Aldrin punching a guy who is questioning the moon landing. Please enjoy, and thank you for watching.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to get in the middle of anything.
Tell him to get out of here.
This is a hotel.
We'll call the police.
We pay.
Come on in here. We'll call the police.
Solicit
You like that?
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir. I have nothing to do with this. But
Okay.
you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid
Right now,
to rent out the penthouse to shoot up there. So
you can't solicit like this on this property.
keep shooting.
All right. Well, then I'd go through my measures.
You got to keep shooting, man. Okay. Well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
Come with me, Buzz.
You really like adventure, don't you?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I
Will you
misrepresented
get
myself.
away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Thanks so much for watching my video. Please follow, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'm so thankful for you guys who have newly discovered my channel. I am hoping to grow as much as possible, as quickly as possible, because I guess that's how the internet works. But I like doing these videos about social media reactions. If there's something coming up in the news that you think would make a good video, drop a comment, let me know. And I just really appreciate all the support. It means a lot to me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.